believe we peaked in the 90s. Come on, come on, come on, prove me wrong. Tuck your friendship bracelet back in your shell suit sleeve. Come on back in time with me.
Fiddle again, and hello, it's Vo, and welcome back to Project Zomboid. Our man Ramos Ravioli is woken up at 5, a little early, a little hungry, so we'll get him on another salad. Again, we want to try and use up these stale ingredients. Make sure we're not letting things go rotten. A fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Yeah, presumably as he's preparing the salad, he's cutting off all the dodgy bits of the food. We can sort of season it with various things. That's what I'm looking around for. Any sort of condiments that you add can help with boredom and unhappiness. So yeah, dodgy food makes you unhappy and bored, and lovely food does the opposite. So he's working on his cooking skill book. It's foggy and horrible outside, so he's in no rush to go adventuring. We'll watch a VHS to combat the boredom. Got plenty of VHS to keep us going. We've also got the CDs. Should we eventually go through all the VHS. And of course we've got the magazines, and word searches and things. If we manage to run out of all that media and go through it all, then we could just go and sit on the roof. It's alright as long as it's not raining hard and he doesn't get soaked through. Yeah, for the meantime, got plenty of sitcoms to watch, different TV shows and movies. So we get him to finish off his book. Read until 8:30. Accidentally hit Q, fat finger it. Hopefully there's no zombies nearby. Want to keep a supply of fresh cabbages for our traps. So we'll move some from the freezer to the fridge. Take some from the fridge to the traps. Trying fishing. Got plenty of gear for fishing. Maggots and fishing rod with fishing wire. We just need a little bit of XP to get up to the next level. And then we can read another book. But despite the fact we're catching fish, it doesn't provide a lot of XP at all. So yeah, we've got some fish fillets. More food to find space for. I thought we'd be able to do a little bit of fishing and get that little bit of XP to get up to the next level. It turns out we have to do a bit of fishing. Yeah, we don't necessarily need the food. And if we do too much fishing at the same time, we'll strip the area of the supply of fish. So we need to give it time to regenerate. Or move far enough away that it considers it a different area. We can say we've done it. Cook up some of the fish. Have a ciggy while it's cooking. But we don't want to put on too much weight. Thankfully these fish are quite small, so we don't have that much fishing XP. Yeah, the bigger fish are quite fattening. Do some exercise. Hopefully that'll counteract eating the fatty fish. Yeah, we want to work on our fitness more than our strength. So squats is the way to go. If we do 2 rounds of 10 minutes. If we do it between sort of 10:30 and 11, then we'll be asleep when the pain kicks in from doing the exercising. The rain is bringing out the zombies. To move around, as well as the noise of him breaking open the little storage units. Gotta be careful, because it is quite noisy sitting battering on these doors until we break them down. It does take long enough to attract the attention of passing Zeds. Got some cool military gear. Different pieces of clothing we might want at some point. You kind of want everything, one of everything. So yeah, interesting, rarer pieces of clothing. Sure, we'll take them. Sometimes for these units that have furniture in them, you're going to have to move things around if you want to access all the storage. Have a look in all the different containers. See if there's any treasure for you. Thread is good, we'll take it. Mechanic supplies, not so much, we'll take them anyway. It's easier for us to just get another car. Zombie hiding. Always be prepared. Didn't make any noise. So we were bashing down all the doors. Even the door to the unit it was in. So drop off some stuff. Counter another one hiding in the unit. Yeah, even headgear that you would think would be waterproof does get wet, and leaving it on will make you wet. So sometimes you're better to take off your headgear. Your jacket if it's wet. Keep the character dry. Decent loot. Stop for a ciggy break. In the dry. Yeah, plenty of generators you can find. These storage unit locations. Most common thing to find, really. Guess they're a lot like sheds. If you had that many sheds lined up, you'd expect to find that many generators, I guess. Got fitness contraptions. Don't think the treadmill or the weight bench are really usable without mods. Yeah, if we stick to our squats, get the regularity up, can start getting some fitness XP. That'll save us from getting out of puff so easily. Strength is already into the last level. Just from battling the undead, we're getting strength XP. And from carrying loot when we're overloaded. And we're doing those things far more often than we're getting out of breath. Try and hide in. Take the key. It's a bit late now, but we'll take the key. It's presumably just for the office building. Sadly, it doesn't open all these doors. Still have to bash them all in. And axe will take it. Yeah, we're finding plenty of fishing stuff. So we could invest some time in fishing. But I think with our awesome little farm, our garden with our crops and everything, and the wealth of food that we managed to rob from the fancy houses and around town before the power went off, I think we're fine. Can't see us being short of food anytime soon. Just ripping up clothing where we find it. We're not going to take it. Just to get the thread more than anything. You get a little bit of XP. Yeah, we need the thread for endlessly attaching and unattaching patches. Another ammo container. We'll take that. They do look good. Seem to have attracted more friends. Nice of them to wait until we're done, mostly looting everything. This is a little bit next to the garages. It's just up from the gas station. There's this sort of mechanic shop, a little diner, and the gas station. Again, we don't necessarily need to get lots of spare car parts, because we can just find another car. We do already have a decent supply of vehicles. Yeah, should we need it further down the road? We certainly do have space for spare car parts. Sure, our base is big enough now that we should be able to store all the loot we've got. Yeah, we'll keep going, keep expanding out. Got to finish these walls around our garden. Those metal walls. Gonna pop our fitness stuff in here. It's gonna be like our medical and fitness room. Nice and sterile. That's where we can do our sweating and our bleeding. Yeah, we're getting there with our metal walls around the garden. It's good when we're finding metal sheets, not having to disassemble everything in sight. Gonna sort out our map. We've neglected it for a while. Double check some of these places. Make sure we've definitely done them. But I'm sure we've done half of them, if not most of them. You know, we've visited things and then left behind non-perishable food and things. Could swing back and check. Just to tick things off and grab a couple of cans. From like trailers and things. I'd like to say we've mostly got these ones done. We haven't left anything behind. That's the thing about not being totally thorough. You can't always come back for things. You don't want to score it off your map until you have got everything. You want to leave a little marker on the map. I've almost unlocked all of Louisville's maps. Still one part of it's hidden to us. We'll keep looking at Louisville maps until we've unlocked them all. Zombies around. level up our Nimble. I'm sneaking around, tactically trying to draw them away one at a time from the group. The light-footed won't be far behind. Again, we're disassembling their watches and any electronics they've got on them. Ripping up any clothing. Yeah, leather items and denim items that are not in perfect condition. There's decent patches as well as the all-important thread. You don't want to deal with the clothing there and then. You can always just peel it off the zombie and leave it next to their corpse. Come back for later. If you suddenly become short of fabric or thread. Work our way around to the houses to the east, beyond the main Riverside. Still occupants, loads of them. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. Oh, get out of there. Yeah, sometimes it sounds like there's just one zombie behind the door. And there's 6, you know, like, it's just what happens sometimes. So yeah, we'll nope our way out of there. Give them time to dissipate and spread themselves out. Hopefully get distracted by the rain and wander away somewhere. That we can come back and loot that house. Yeah, that's why it's important to be ready when you open every door. Because there could be a whole bunch of zombies just hiding in a room, waiting for you. They're distributed kinda randomly. Yeah, you've got to be able to immediately swing, and back up immediately. And if you have to back up around a corner, you're better just turning into the corner, and now you're forward and you can go a little faster. Go, go, go. But yeah, scary stuff. You gotta be ready. That sort of thing will get you. Especially if you're not ready for their zombies. Ready for there to be zombies behind the door. Ready to start whacking them immediately. Give yourself that second you need. Get some space. And reassess what you're going to need to do to deal with multiple. Which is usually get out of there. Another benefit of being methodical about the way you're dealing with things. Knowing for sure that there's no zombies behind you. And that you're able to get out of the situation the way you came. It's invaluable. Yeah, he's tired. Not surprised, he's been through it. He's had a bit of a shock. Taking pills to prop himself up. We're looking for propane. Just trying to make it return back. not try to worry about all these zombies. Just making a big loop around. Investigating properties right on the edge of our area for their barbecues, so we can get the propane tanks out of them. Yeah, hopefully we've got enough propane to get us up to maximum level metalworking and finish off all our metal walls. Yeah, we've got into some of the bigger fish fillets now. A bit more filling. Have to keep up with our exercise. Make sure that we're not gonna go overweight. Yeah, we did get a decent supply of strips and thread. We can do our tailoring. That's something we can just endlessly work on, especially when we need another book to read. Generally got enough supplies to get us up another few levels. And we'll find more. Even if we have to rip up all the zombies' clothes that we've slaughtered and that are still around. Yeah, it's another skill that we could feasibly finish. Should hopefully be able to generate the resources for it. I've certainly got the skill books. I'll get started on the next tailoring book. Read that until bedtime. Yeah, a couple of involved days. Just a double day episode. Even with some reading to do. He's up at 5, but it's fine. He's got the street light he's paying for, and gas. So I'll get him to read his book until proper light. Give him his breakfast ciggy. Lovely nicotine. To get a bit of his book read. And he's off adventuring again. Siggy for the road. All the time I find more things that you can disassemble for electronics XP. Yeah, payphones. We'll get them. Pretty close to maxing out our carpentry. Certainly plenty of sources of planks left without us having to chop down the trees. Sure we get more XP from disassembling all these things. And then making parts of the base than we do from chopping down trees for it and making planks from the logs. I'm not sure. Certainly feels that way. Certainly beds in the hotel. I think beds give you the most XP. So if it's just a pure XP grind, I think it's beds you want to go for, really. Yeah, we want to tick all these places off our map to say that we've completely done them. So certainly getting all the stuff out of them. All the non-perishables. We can take some of the containers if they are appealing or useful. Otherwise, disassembly is the way. Also gets us more nails. Can't have too much nails. And you're building a massive base. You certainly go through the boxes. It's easier to get the wood, whether you're disassembling or chopping down trees, than it is to get the nails. There's no way to sort of craft the nails using your metalworking skills. Not that I know of anyway. Maybe in the next build. Your fortress can only be as big as the amount of nails you've got. We'll save his broken back. Dump off some of the stuff. Eat a little bit of it. Have a little ciggy break. Mark that place off the map. He's going to be the king of carpentry in no time. Obviously the last level is the most XP going to be required to get it done. Yeah, we can't be far off it. Just keep working our way through these places. Always going to need more planks, always going to need more nails. As I say, we want to save some of the trees around the base for cover, so it's not so obvious from every angle. He's still concerned about the chopper coming back. The military trying to re-enlist him, or worse, use him as some sort of test subject, as the only survivor immune in Riverside. He's not going to let that happen. He's not going to let the zombies come in and get him. We've got our metal shelves up against the window, and we can have the curtains open. Let the light in, but not the zombies. Just forgotten to do his exercise. Never mind, next time. Time to top up the generator. It's not that often we're having to do it. Would be better if we could disconnect the street light and the smaller street light that's in the bar now. So it is kind of welcoming that there's always a light on in the bar. And it is kind of nice that there's a street light on when we get up super early in the morning. Just kind of wish it was optional. I think there is a mod that you can get that gives you solar panels that can make the generator's tank last a lot longer. If the generator's more of a backup generator and it's using up the solar panels first. I think you need a lot of car batteries, and you connect them all to these solar panels. It sort of charges up and gives you power. Never used that mod, but that might be one to consider for the long term. Certainly in general, once you've cleared out the immediate area around you, around your fortress, you're going to want to go further afield. You're not going to want to risk your generator running out. So rather than being limited by the generator, it's perhaps a good investment to get the solar panels. Yeah, thankfully Ramos doesn't need to go that far afield. Just to the edge of town and back. Our generator seems to be lasting more than a whole day. So yeah, he doesn't have it too bad. Got some rotten food, disaster, feels like a failure. And more stuff stale as well. I'll have to go in and get some salads on the go. Trim down that stuff. We've got all our gross stuff from foraging, all our insects and stuff in with all our rotten food. It's just a box of gross stuff. Can take care of itself. Yeah, we've got our garden, our farm is doing well. We're in a nice cycle of getting the crops in. Probably got too many crops on the go. But yeah, we're getting the XP. An unlimited supply of food. Still got a healthy supply of ciggies as well. Not too worried about that. He started, so he'll finish. He's got his level of carpentry, but he's not finished gutting out this place, so he will. Yeah, we can say we've fully done it. Fully gutted out. Even the furniture. So he reads his book until bedtime, has himself a ciggy, a little munch of some fresh food. We'll come back next time and pick up where we left off from. He'll resume his adventure. finish off his book. Check his skills. See if that's him done his carpentry. Until then, do take it easy. I'll see you all in the next one.